These battle scars! That probably ruined the audio of the entire video, you realise. Hello and welcome to Bottom Rope Wrestling. I'm Michael Davey. This is Aaron Daniels. This is some terrible artificial lighting because we couldn't get this filmed during the day because you were asleep because you had a lot of wrestling to watch last night.
I also worked in a nightclub.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm Uno.
This is Wicked Wrestling Weekly. So, SummerSlam happened.
Yes, it did.
NXT TakeOver Toronto.
Yes, it did.
Happened. Raw happened. SmackDown was okay.
It happened.
Yeah, I mean, it happened. 205 Live was okay. NXT was terrible. And NXT UK was alright. It was a good week. It was an alright week.
It was a good Monday.
It was a... It was a good Monday by standards. Now, it dragged a bit. It really dragged a bit. It was hard to... It was... I think I got to SmackDown and I thought, God, I'm so done with wrestling this week. But hey, this is the podcast for positivity. So we're going to start off by doing a top 5 for just NXT and SummerSlam. This is the Wicked Wrestling Weekend. Unfortunately, we don't have time to make it its own video. But you don't have your own little notey boys, do you? So I'm just
I was drunk for most of SummerSlam.
Yes. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
And you didn't watch NXT TakeOver Toronto till last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my number 5 is Rest in Peace, Dolph Ziggler. You absolute madman. What was he doing?
I like it. He's sort of a
It was amazing.
He's addicted to pain.
No, he's not addicted. Don't make this what it isn't. It was it was so weird. It was so funny. It was funny as hell because we've got a massive Dolph Ziggler mark in our society, and he's now on suicide watch. Sorry, Adam Collins.
He's alive.
Yeah, we're very concerned. But no, he came out, he got murdered, he called Goldberg out again, murdered him again, called him out again. It was amazing.
I think the highlight was Adam messaging the group chat when just after it happened because we were all like, well, sorry Adam, are you okay? He just pipes up, well, that's the longest he's been on TV in about 3 months.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was very funny.
I was
funny for the right reason. Yeah. Number 4, and to be fair, that's one of only 2 SummerSlam things on the card. So yes. I think that was the second best thing to happen at SummerSlam easily. Number 4 from NXT TakeOver Toronto. It's the main event of Gargano versus Johnny Cole. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole.
Undisputed White?
Undisputed?
DIY puted?
No. That's terrible. Stop it. It was their second 2 out of 3 falls matches, meaning they've now had a best of 7 series.
Yeah.
They have.
Do you know who else had a best of 7 series?
We need a best of 7 series.
Chris Benoit and King Booker.
Did they actually?
Yeah, when I started watching wrestling, they were on like match 4. I remember it because match 4 was on the first ever episode of SmackDown I watched.
Wow.
He wasn't King Booker, he was Booker T.
Right, okay. You just praised
it was
king.
For the United States Championship.
My king.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay, that's interesting.
Little tidbit there.
But anyway, we're at 3 minutes and we haven't even spoken about 2 things yet. So, Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole had a match. I forgot about the existence of the first 2 falls already, as is the case with 2 out of 3 falls matches.
Whoa, no, they were great.
Really?
The first fall was great.
Okay, he got himself DK'd.
No, because it was all about targeting the knee. And then I just love, like, I would have had it as its own moment, honestly, the number. It's when Johnny Gargano hits him with a chair.
Yeah.
Gets DQ'd.
Shrugs.
The announcer goes, the second fall is a street fight, which means anything goes. He just looks at the camera.
Yeah, okay. And he goes mad. Yeah. No, it was alright. But I mean, it's always going to be overshadowed by the third and final fall, in which they yeeted themselves off the top. What a match. 100 Canadian destroyers.
Yeah.
Just
through barbed wire.
I don't know how they're going to top that with Cole's next feud. It'll probably be against Jordan Miles. He's got a shot.
Yeah, but he's going to pick the North American.
Why would he pick the North American when he's a face and Dreams of face? That's what I thought. Is if Grizzly Adams wins, he's going after
because Dreams going to go heel.
Oh, okay. Dreams dropping that belt, and you know it.
Yeah. To Pete.
To Pete.
To Pete.
Anyway, we're not talking about this. We're meant to be talking about the NXT title. It was a brilliant match to culminate the feud. My phone's only got 10% battery left. So let's get into it. Number 3, Candice and Io Shirai stole the show.
Oh, yeah.
The non-title match on the card stole the show. Fantastic match. Everything that you love in wrestling. And Io Shirai can only go up from here. I think they're going to have a babyface take the title off of Shayna, and then Io's going to take it straight back off them.
Yeah.
I think that'll be Dakota Kai. I hope that'll be Dakota Kai. It'll probably be Candice.
Probably.
But yeah, that match stole the show. Number 2 was your favourite match of the night.
Yeah.
The tag match.
Yes.
It didn't feel... Okay, I've put it on here for one specific moment, and that's Montez Ford. Drops one member of the Era, goes for the People's Elbow. Gets taken out of the ring, gets back in the ring, and hits the rock bottom. The most electrifying tag team in NXT. The match fell a little bit short for me. I think it was like one more push away from its finish.
Okay.
And I think putting it on first was a mistake, because putting it on first spoiled the North American match, because it was obvious that they were going to go with the Era. Yeah. That's why I thought they should have opened with the triple threat, but they didn't. It was a really good match, though.
Yeah, that would have spoiled it as well.
Yeah, but
Didn't
nobody cares about the tag titles. And I want to see the Street Profits on the main roster. I mean, they're obviously clearly still on the main roster anyway. They're on the other list.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great match. And number 1, back to SummerSlam, because the Fiend. Again, you know what I mean. The one consistent of this podcast is that every week the Fiend has been spoken about, because every week the Fiend is
cool.
And this week he blew it all out of the water.
What did he? Oh, he
broke
a man's neck.
His entrance was amazing. His entrance theme was amazing. The lantern was amazing.
Honestly, I watched the entire thing with my mouth just wide open, like the whole segment.
Pinned him with the claw. Yeah, no, seriously, same. Like we did not know what to say. You're gonna hold that? I was gonna put my finger in your mouth.
No. It was insane.
It was amazing.
The lantern, the code orange cover of
amazing. Let Live in Fear, let me in. I forgot to give my honourable mentions, so I'm going to blow through them quickly and then we'll talk about the Fiend for a little bit more. So from NXT UK, Pete Dunne is not NXT UK, NXT Toronto. Dunne is a savage and Roddy is a backbreak god. And then from SummerSlam, the sharpshooter in the corner that Natalya did was kind of cool. Parkour Rico Boy. Ricochet running across Anderson and Gallows' shoulders, and Styles catching him into a Styles Clash. Kevin Owens kicking Shane in the plums, and can't catch Rollins because he reversed so many German suplexes. Bit low,
mate.
But the main thing of the SummerSlam card was the Fiend. It was so good.
Stole the show.
So good.
Absolutely stole the show.
I'm happy he wasn't on Raw SmackDown, because let's give him a little break. If you haven't already seen it, watch the promotional video for the Firefly Funhouse box, because in it, Bray Wyatt just goes, "Stickers!" and he's really passionate about it, and it's so funny. It's so funny, and then he obviously goes really creepy. He's like, "Don't use scissors without your parents' permission, or chainsaws." It's like, oh, and then it's like in it comes like a poster of the burning down house and of Abby the Witch, and he goes, "In the box you can get reminders of my dark past." And then he pauses for a second. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. The Fiend is brilliant. That's all we're going to talk about SummerSlam Toronto, because we've got a time slot to fill here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We have been allowed a third hour, though. So.
Yeah, we're going into our third hour this week. Yeah, well, the watershed goes down as well. No, it does not. Because I know the kind of things you'll say. Don't do it. Oh, it's all broken down. So, on to Raw, SmackDown, 205, NXT UK. And you can get involved. Do you want to start us off? Because I've been speaking for an awfully long time.
Yes.
Have you got a number 5 for me?
My number 5 this week comes from Monday Night Raw.
As do most of both of our top 5.
Yes. It's just sort of how over the OC were with the crowd.
Yeah.
When they were stood in the ring with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is meant to be obviously the top babyface of the company now. He's meant to be the face of the division, the face of the show. But the crowd are cheering for the OC. The crowd are cheering for Styles, Gallows, and Anderson.
Yeah, I really like their custom nameplate thing.
Oh, I love
the original,
that. The official,
the only club that matters.
And it's they are over as hell. Like, they are the
really
new
over.
They are the new
They're
NWO.
really over, holding all the belts.
New NWO.
They had a backstage segment with Finn Balor at SummerSlam that nobody seems to be talking about. Because when Balor comes back after selling...
Finn Balor's obviously joining the OC.
He should. Oh my god, I really hope
He's
so.
obviously joining.
I really hope so.
And then Dolph's going to join.
Just get them all in there. Yeah. I was in the NWO at one point, I'm sure.
I was in the NWO.
And I was -2.
And I was a year.
But
I'm there. I'm there for
Yeah,
however they are.
the OC are brilliant.
Even in the main event match, the crowd were clearly behind Styles.
I don't really understand where they're going with the world.
Rollins.
I can't really see where they're going with the world title though, because it looked like they were going to do Styles Rollins because it's called Clash of Champions. Like, you know what I mean? Put your US title against
Styles Clash.
Haha. But then obviously other stuff happened in the main event, which we'll talk about a bit later. But I'm going to move on to my number 5 because we're done with you and your snake. Your therapy snake for your bad neck. And my number 5 is the 24/7 title. Now I'm going to be very, 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 very to the point here. The Revival winning the belt. Yes. R-Truth becoming champion again. No. The Revival both pinning Truth was brilliant. And Kalisto trying to pin them both and failing. The Revival were champ. Brilliant. But then R-Truth became the champion again and killed it for me because I'm so sick of it. Like that title could be doing so much fun stuff, and it's like he's not doing funny stuff anymore. It's just get it back on Truth.
He is the 362nd time 24/7 champion.
Yeah, I mean no, but the Revival being champion just goes to show again.
And because they referenced that SmackDown as well.
Really funny, silly stuff can happen with that belt, and I love it. It was very funny.
And I was talking about how we got involved, we got caught up in the moment, and we became the first ever co-champions.
We don't care.
But we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Go on, get your number 4 ready.
My number 4
is
ready.
Oh boy. I know, but I love the Revival as 24/7 champion.
My number 4 this week goes to the backstage segment between the Street Profits and Sami Zayn. More emphasis on the Sami Zayn part.
I was dancing like the Street Profits. Like
more emphasis on the Sami Zayn part because he's talking about how he's referencing how Samoa Joe came to the company 3 years ago. He was like booked as a King Kong monster, and now he's just Roman, someone get a medic. But I can't remember who else he referenced, but he referenced several people. He did
take the piss out of someone else.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio it was. Like, look at him. Yeah. Look, he used to be a legend, now he's just losing to Andrade every week. It's very meta. His whole gimmick is very meta, and honestly, Sami Zayn has not told a lie since his return. Since his return after Mania, he has not said a single lie.
Yeah. We are the problem.
We are the problem.
We are the problem. No, I love him too. It was a really good segment. I've got it on my honourable mentions because Dawkins was hungover, and I just found that very funny. But
you've been in the bathroom with RVD.
No. The SummerSlam after party. Come on now.
RVD was probably there.
Yeah, RVD was always there, you know. But that was your number 4. Time for my number 4. Again, Monday Night Raw. We're just going to talk about Raw. Drew McIntyre, you gorgeous man with a gorgeous finisher. Oh my god, that Claymore kick to Cedric Alexander where he did about 6 flips before hitting the ground. It was a great match. It was a fantastic match. To be honest, there was a good match on both Raw and SmackDown this week, and that was Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander and Roman Reigns versus Buddy Murphy. Roman Reigns versus Buddy Murphy is not on either of our lists. That's a pre-disclaimer. I know a lot of people really loved it. It was a great match, but I'm done with seeing there's no stakes. There was no stakes to it, and for that reason, I couldn't get properly invested, which is a shame.
I've honorable mentioned it anyway.
You have honorable mentioned
I just thought, because I was expecting it to be, when it was announced. Just
Spear,
the Superman Punch Spear 5-minute squash match. But,
I've got on my
Buddy
list
Murphy
that they're treating Murphy as a big deal.
He took it to Roman.
That's what I love about that match. But why was I talking about this? Oh yeah, because Drew McIntyre claymored Cedric Alexander's head off, and he's going to become the King of the Ring. If I could put the announcement of the return of the King of the Ring on my list, I would have, but it's not really a moment. So, but no, I hope Drew McIntyre wins King of the Ring. Do you know, I realised why they're returning King of the Ring. It's not because of the G1 climax, it's because Harley Race died.
No, it's because they wanted to turn Kevin Owens into Steve Austin.
Harley Race was the first ever King of the Ring, and he just died.
Oh, yeah.
It's to honour Harley Race.
It's to honour Harley Race, plus they want to turn Kevin Owens into Steve Austin.
It's not going to be Kevin Owens. It's either going to be Rey Andrade, because Rey is Spanish for king.
No, it's going to be Kevin Owens in the final, and Shane McMahon's going to become King of the Ring.
Shane McMahon will throw himself in there. Oh! Dolph Ziggler's going to win King of the Ring.
Or Baron Corbin will win it, and then it'll become King Corbin.
King Cobbs. Big King Cobbs. Orly. Ricochet. I can talk about the King of the Ring.
At least we know Shelton Benjamin's not winning it, and Chad Gable's not winning it.
I will probably, like I did for the 24/7 title on the Raw reunion, I'll probably do a little mini video with my predictions for King of the Ring. Once they announce the brackets, I'll predict who wins each match, and probably be wrong again.
Probably.
I mean, I was right about one thing, so I'm probably going to be right about one thing again.
You'll get someone in the final.
Yeah. Do you have a number 3 for me?
I do have a number 3.
I spoke about Drew enough.
Number 3 comes from, and it's probably in a similar vein to your number 3, to be honest with your note there. Drew, you gorgeous man. My number 3 comes from NXT UK this week.
Okay.
And it's a backstage segment.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is it Jordan? Jordan Devlin, that was it. Jordan Devlin's being interviewed backstage. And then the camera just pans away whilst he's mid-sentence, because no one cares about B-Tech Finn Balor.
No one cares about B-Tech Balor.
Camera pans away, and you see Piper in her suit, and Rhea Ripley just go into town on each other. And I made it very clear
by punching each other.
I made it very clear last week. I'm there for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I reckon this will end in a match being announced to take over Cardiff.
Well, that's the thing. Me and Chris were talking the other day, because obviously when NXT takeovers do their main shows, they do a title, all 4 titles, and a non-title feud match. And obviously with NXT takeover UK, there's only 3 titles.
Yeah.
And they've announced
Dave
Mastiff versus Joe Coffey in a last man standing match. Yeah. So that's one of them. Hopefully the other one will be Piper Niven versus Rhea Ripley.
And honestly, the only thing that would make this better if it was a triple threat match and Jordan Grace was in it.
Why Jordan Grace? But on the vein of that takeover card, like, it looks great. It looks great.
That's shaping up to be.
We're gonna get to hear Gallus' entrance theme twice. Hey! The main event is gonna be great. The women's match is gonna be great. Hopefully they add Piper Niven and Rhea Ripley, because that was a great segment. It's a great feud. It's a great show. My number 3 is from SmackDown, and it's Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan beating the crap out of Buddy Murphy backstage. In a perfect mirror of last week, they go into the locker room and they go, "Everyone out, bye bye."
Not you, buddy.
Not you, buddy. And we mean the hell out of the image of Daniel Bryan. Come here, Daniel Bryan, this close to Buddy Murphy's face, and Rowan in the background, and he's just, I just don't like liars.
Yeah. You know, I've seen
Tell him it wasn't him. And they say they're going to reveal who it was next week.
I don't know how true it is, but, you know, the rumour mill, that the plans were never for Buddy Murphy to be involved in this storyline. It's simply because the fans saw him in the background.
Yeah, brilliant. But maybe this is his punishment for walking around in the background. It's just getting beaten up every week.
Having a Dave Meltzer 4-star SmackDown match with Roman Reigns is a punishment.
Yeah, but having Eric Rowan's elbow just grinding into your face while Daniel Bryan screams vegan stuff in your ear. Brilliant. No, I loved that segment, and they're going to reveal who attacked Roman next week. It's going to be Harper, or I'm going to cry. They're going to go, it wasn't Rowan, it was Harper, who's also a vegan.
Who's also a vegan who loves metal bands.
Yeah. Hopefully it's Harper. If not, I don't know who else I want it to be. But I'm interested. I mean, I'm there for it. Oh my god, can you imagine?
The can't drive.
No, obviously not. Do you know who can drive?
Rambling Rabbit.
Rikishi.
Oh yeah.
Rikishi did it.
It was the Usos.
For The Rock.
The Usos drink driving.
He did it for the Usos.
I did it for Us.
I did it for the Usos. Your number 2.
Yes.
Is your phone dead?
No. You can see it on.
Go on then. Tell me your number 2.
I thought it was your number 3. My number 2. Okay. Normally a Rey Mysterio match happens, and I put it on like number 1 and number 2. The matches are going in my top 5 this week because honestly it was a actually no. Jokes aside, right? Jokes aside. For them two, it was actually a sloppy match for them two.
Yeah, the first fall was a bit.
It was like Ray did a Canadian Destroyer, but the angle was sort of like, well, the angle was off.
Yeah.
Andrade covered it,
but at least Andrade can move on now, because Andrade has definitively beaten Rey Mysterio.
No, he's not done. Because my number 2 moment this week is Rey Mysterio's emotional interview backstage. I just gotta think about family, I say.
He just thinks about his family.
I just gotta think about family.
Stop doing the voice.
My family. He's gotta think of his family. And I love it. I'm there for it.
See him up there?
His family.
Yeah. It was a good promo. Really interested to see where they go with him. If they do something with him, if not, you're going to look really awkward.
He's going to pass the mask on to Dominic.
Apparently they want Dominic wrestling by 2020.
El Hijo de Mysterio.
That'd be amazing. Rey Mysterio Jr.
Prince Mysterio.
My number 2 is the return and heel turn of Sasha Banks' hair. Sasha Banks' entrance music hit, and I went crazy. It was like, I didn't go crazy.
It's boss time!
Chris went, yeah, and he killed it immediately. Chris went crazy. I was sat there like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
You know, I'm here for that. Sasha Banks is finally back. And she came out and she hugged Natty, but then, yeah, she took off a pink wig to reveal that her hair is now blue. What a great way to announce I'm turning heel. Murdered Natty, then out came Becky for the save, and then she murdered Becky as well.
This is actually one of my honourable mentions as well, related to that.
Is it that she doesn't care about Natalia's?
It's the Canadian crowd having zero chill. She's literally about to do a promo, so it's been a year since her dad died. Sasha Banks comes out, beats the hell out of her, and the crowd are chanting, "Thank you, Sasha." There is no chill.
Canadians were supposed to be nice. My phone battery's going to die in 30 seconds.
Oh.
Is there a wire here? Yes, there is. Oh, God. We're going to take a slight pause in the podcast here.
So, anyway, before we do our number 1s this week, let's do some honourable mentions.
Yay, we remembered to do our honourable mentions. No, just charge, please. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. Was that your number 2? Oh, no, my number 2. Sasha Banks' return. Yeah, brilliant. Sasha Becky, that's evolution levels of good. Hopefully, if they do evolution 2 and they have Charlotte Bayley and Sasha Becky, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. And they do Rhea Ripley versus Piper Niven. Winner gets a main event, a main roster contract.
Winner gets a title shot from the main roster.
Yeah, winner wins that one. No, Sasha Banks' return was fantastic. She may have accidentally nipped Becky on the head with the chair. Did you see that one journalist guy who tweeted like, called that Sasha Banks was going to return on this Raw, and then someone scrolled down his Twitter feed, he predicted every single pay-per-view that Sasha would return. Back. It's so funny.
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's so funny. Oh my god. But I wouldn't be wrong if I predicted that you're going to breathe.
Yeah, every week I'm going to predict that Rhea Mysterio wins the match. I'll be right eventually.
No, you won't. Anyway, yes. Honourable mentions. So obviously I've already mentioned that Dawkins was hungover as hell. The Miz's Figure 4 ended a match.
Yes, it did.
Which is amazing. And also the Dolph Ziggler segment, his promo, you've got an honourable mention for.
It's merely a flesh wound.
Brilliant. Nice reference.
Come and finish me, you coward.
Nice reference to Monty Python. It's just a flesh wound. Call it a draw.
I giggled.
Yeah. Andrade winning 2-0. The main event between Styles, Seth Rollins. Now this was really weird because the club got involved. The OC got in and started battering Seth, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, someone's gonna come save, or they're just gonna do a really cool beatdown. No. Pew! Ricochet comes out. Oh, not again. Ricochet Styles put on great matches, but not again. But no, Ricochet came out and also got beaten down, and then Braun! Which was, I popped because we. You're right.
Oh, that was not good for my throat.
That was not a good idea. No, we haven't seen Braun since Extreme Rules. Nice month off for a big brawny boy, and
looked very tanned.
Yeah, he looked great. He went and got Seth's title for him and handed it to him. So does that mean we get Braun Rollins? Oh, that'd be cool.
Braun Styles.
What would Ricochet do?
I can't say it on the podcast.
Oh god. Oh no. You know what I've just realised?
I did censor myself.
You know it randomly selects a frame to be the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I bet you it picks when I put the charger into the phone.
We can make thumbnails.
You can't assign them to your videos unless you have a certain amount of views.
That's very inaccurate.
It isn't. You can't customise your thumbnails. You can't customise your thumbnails.
We'll have this conversation afterwards.
If not, I can't figure out how to do it.
It's probably that.
Yeah. But the Braun return was great. Treating Buddy Murphy is a big deal. He took Roman Reigns to the limit. He knows the secret. This is good, guys. This is good. Don't act like Buddy Murphy's getting buried. He's going to do great in the King of the Ring tournament.
He's going to win.
Yeah. 1, 2... No, he's not. 1, 2 or 5 live honorable mention. You want to say it with me? 3, 2, 1. Humberto! The man teamed with...
He just gets an honorable mention every time he appears.
Yeah, he teamed with the Lucha House Party after Grand Metalik was attacked backstage, but obviously he's still feuding with them, so he was going to go for the pin, but the Luchas tagged themselves in. Really good.
Twice, it was
really
great.
good. Who do you think is going to be revealed to have attacked Grand Metalik?
Humberto.
No, Lindsay Dorado.
No, probably Lindsay, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Kalisto.
No, it wouldn't be Kalisto. Kalisto's a good lad.
Oh, it was Lindsay who...
Could be Ari Daivari.
Who was telling Lindsay that he's better than the others?
Ari Daivari.
It was Ari Daivari, yeah.
Could be Ari Daivari. Could be Drake Maverick.
No,
It'll be Lindsay.
It's either Lindsay or Humberto.
And my honourable mentions from NXT are non-existent because NXT was bad.
Well, I had an honorable mention from NXT.
Go on then.
It was the return of Breezango as a tag team.
Okay.
Because I was there for that. It was an entertaining match. Fandango proved that he still got it. There's no ring rust or anything. Plus, the crowd were very into Fandango being back. So
yeah,
I dig that. I had
anything else from NXT?
NXT UK.
NXT UK.
I had Boss Dar. Noam
Right,
Dar.
I've got Noam Dar on here as well because the man just comes out to go on commentary. And you've got something funny, he says, and I've got something else funny, he says. We both just picked up on a really random line. Mine is, as soon as he gets on commentary, he goes, Vic Joseph is a dafty. Nigel, pass it on. He's a dafty.
And then Nigel
pass
goes,
it on.
Vic Joseph is a dafty. I've passed it on.
Noam! Stop being every kid from my comprehensive school who bullied me.
And Noam... He's talking about his exclusive contract, how it guarantees him a spot in all the big shows, all the big events.
How he got transferred.
And,
wait a minute. That means he might get the last spot on the takeover card.
Nah, I reckon it's just a segment. He'll come out and say, "Why don't I have a match? This is awful."
Maybe.
But anyway, so Nigel's like talking about the contract. Noam goes, "Oh, it's not the only perk in my contract. I also have to have red grapes waiting for me backstage."
Yeah. Mad Lad Noam Dar is grapes, and I've got one more honourable mention, and that's a Tony Storm interview where she really, really awkwardly goes, NXT TakeOver Cardiff, I'm going to be there. You're going to be there.
Welsh people.
Welsh people are going to be there. Tony, are you okay? Welsh people are going to be there, though. I can name one Welsh person who will be there.
I can name 3.
Chris isn't Welsh.
Chris is Welsh.
No, he's not. He's from Essex.
Yeah, but he lives in
He's
Welsh.
from Sunderland.
It's basically Welsh.
Me and Hero.
Basically, my friend Mason's going to be there. Shout out to Mason Foster, who's probably watching.
No one watches this. And do you have any more honourable mentions?
The Street Profits gimmick is basically that they are huge. Well, no, who's the smaller one?
And Marks. Montez Ford.
Montez is a huge mark, and Angelo's just hungover.
And has a crush on Nikki Cross.
Yes, but like Montez is just all about what's been happening. Like there'll be a great match, and Montez is like, "Wow, can you believe Rey Mysterio just lost 2 falls to nothing?"
I love Montez Ford. He's brilliant.
I love him so much.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, Buddy Murphy getting bullied again. But
funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
I don't like liars.
Do you have a number 1 for me? Because my number 1 trumps your number 1.
Well, yeah, your number 1 I wanted to put as my number 1, but I let you have
But
it.
you forgot.
No, I let you have it because I knew you already had
I watched it first.
Yeah, so I let you have it.
I have better hair.
No, you don't.
It's head hair, not facial hair.
But no,
You go.
my number 1 is Daniel Bryan's promo. The one where he's talking about social media and how lies are spread and lies are perpetrated all online.
God, I feel that.
People hiding behind the screen, stuff like that. It was just really real, and it's like, just on a personal note, it's like stuff that I want to focus with my study next year about the impact of social media and how like people can basically say whatever they want, and it just really resonated with me personally. And that's what sports.
Stop talking about your
This is what sports entertainment is about. You said it to me. No. You said it to me last week. It's about stuff that's made you actually interact and engage with the product, and it had me sat there like, yeah, you was right, Daniel.
Stop talking about your.
It had me.
your
No. It had me
dissertation.
sat there like,
Yes. No, I
you
love
was
it.
right, Daniel.
No,
you was
fair
right.
play,
Social
fair
media is bad.
Fair play.
So
Okay.
what did Daniel Bryan
Really
do
down
nothing
to
wrong?
earth, number 1. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan did nothing wrong.
Nice. My number 1 is some Nazis.
Yay!
Nazi Walter. I don't know if that was
I came up with
nice
that.
To say. Yeah, I don't know if that was nice to say, but no. Walter had a segment on NXT UK, and they showed his wrestling school, but they had it.
It's even the ring camp.
They had it in black and white, and they had this sad music playing, and it showed him kicking them when they were doing push-ups, and him taking his recruits and going, "You go to America, you're nothing," and then him slapping his recruits. He'd go into his recruits and go, "Hit me, hit me, hit me." They'd hit him, and then he'd slap them down.
Say your name's Tyler Bate.
Yeah. You remind me of someone. Tell me you're Tyler Bate.
I'm
Boom.
Tyler Bate.
Boom. Walter's an absolute madman. Walter is an absolute madman.
I can't wait to see Tyler Bate get slapped around that ring.
I can't wait to see Tyler Bate hoist the big boy.
He's going to hoist him,
He's the big strong boy.
He's going to tease it all match.
No, seriously, guys.
He's going to tease the slap.
I say it every week, watch NXT UK because it's some great content. But this week, if you want to just fast forward to the bit where Walter has a concentration camp for a wrestling school, do that.
Do you ever think you'd be saying those words on this podcast?
Oh, God. Who knows the words they're going to cost this podcast its existence.
I've probably said worse about Walter.
Right, let's agree on a top 5. Concentration camp Walter
Definitely
for number 1.
Definitely number 1.
Yeah, Daniel, Bryan and Rowan for number 2.
Daniel, Bryan and Rowan, all of their actions, yeah.
For number 2. Sasha Banks return? Did you like that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you like the Sasha Banks return?
I did like the Sasha
What else do you have
return.
on your list?
Sami Zayn and the OC. And Rhea and Piper.
Oh, should we include SummerSlam? No, it's too much stuff. Let's get Sasha Banks return for number 3.
AJ Styles, Braun, all that stuff, number 4.
All that stuff, number 4?
Yeah. Just Styles and Rollins this week.
The OC being over, Braun, yeah, number 4. And then number 5 can be Noam Dar.
Yeah.
Noam Dar. Vic Joseph is a dafty.
A nafty? That's a serious claim.
Oh, God.
Vic Joseph is a Nazi. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Seriously, number 5 can be Ray and Roddy. No, it was a bad match. What can number 5 be? The Fiend wasn't on Raw. We're missing someone.
R-Truth winning the 24/7 title for the record-breaking 9th time.
It's like 12th time.
Record-breaking 12th time.
Oh wait, I forgot. Elias then won that back, didn't he?
Elias
broke his guitar. Tell you what, should we just put the Fiend on there because the Fiend can do what he wants.
The Fiend's on there.
Number 5 is the Fiend not being on Raw.
Yeah, because that's a power move.
Number 5 is the fact that the Fiend.
I don't need to come to Raw. I'm over anyway.
Number 5 is the fact that the Fiend wasn't on Raw. Number 4 is Braun Strowman and the OC in that segment. Number 3 is Sasha Banks' return and heel turn. Number 2 is Bryan and Rowan not liking liars. And number 1 is Walter slapping everyone. We're at 33 minutes, so we're over the time that I like to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap us up without... Well, I'll quickly make predictions. Next week on Raw, we will find out who Seth Rollins' challenge is going to be.
Yes.
Next week on SmackDown... No, I don't think we're going to see The Fiend for another week.
No, next week on SmackDown we find out who attacked Roman Reigns.
Oh, yes, and I think it's going to be Harper. Next week on NXT, the Undisputed Era will come out and go, give us more title shots.
The Undisputed Era will get their tag team rematch because...
the wrong man was legal.
He wasn't legal.
And Roddy will get another rematch because he wasn't pinned.
Pete Dunne will get a match with Velveteen, but Roddy will interrupt.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
And NXT UK prediction is that Mark Andrews will go one-on-one with Wolfgang, and my boy will bring home the dub for Wales. Flash Morgan Webster beat the Bad Coffee.
Yeah.
With a roll-up to earn the South Wales subculture.
They've half-earned it.
They've half-earned their match. Yeah. South Wales subculture. They've got a great jacket with both of them on the back. And if it's at the show, if it costs 200 quid, I'm getting it.
Yes.
Because they're my boys. Yeah. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Wicked Wrestling Weekly. Did I say that right? Wicked Wrestling Weekly. You're playing Battleship on your phone, so that cues us to leave. You've been watching Bottom Rope Wrestling. I've been Michael Davey. This has been Aaron Daniels. Make sure you tune in next week, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Let me in.
Bye.